Hi, I'm Christine Talbot. I am a peer specialist at the Mental Health Association of Monmouth County. I also reside in Monmouth County, and I've been a peer now there for over 7 years. I pretty much began my drinking and drugging use when I was 12 years old. I think it was a combination of factors that led me to that point. I came from a very abusive background growing up, and I also think the factor of just peer pressure fed into that. I started with drinking alcohol and smoking pot, and I would say by the time I was in high school at 14 years old that I knew that I was an alcoholic and a drug addict. At that time, my substance use had expanded to acid and mescaline, cocaine, along with the drinking and the pot. And it basically just kept escalating and escalating. And like I said, I knew I had a problem when I was 14. I just was not able to do anything about it. I did become diagnosed with bipolar 1 disorder when I went to my first rehab at 19, which at the time made a lot of sense because, from the beginning of my usage, I was definitely self-medicating. I was drinking and doing drugs so that I could kind of level myself out. I definitely remember experiencing extreme depression, and then there were those, feelings of mania when, I would be staying up, for nights at a time. Just with both mania and depression and drugs and alcohol added into that, it ended up being a very deadly and dangerous combination. So I went into rehab at, like I said, 19. Um, I think at the time, I kind of wanted a reprieve from life in general. So I don't think I realized the depth of my addiction and mental illness and really whether or not I wanted to stop. There were many times throughout the years that I sought treatment. There were times where I sought treatment because of the consequences of my addiction. Getting arrested, losing my home, losing my friends, losing my family. But there were, resources out there that I did reach out to. I mean, AA and NA was really big for me. I definitely relied on the support that I got from meetings. Unfortunately for me, I was what they call the chronic relapser. Like I said, I began my treatment at 19, but I did not establish long-term recovery until I was 30 years old. So it's, like I said, been over 20 years of long-standing recovery, but the road to get there was slow and, sometimes forward, a bunch of steps back. But, like I said, the main resource for me was, the 12-step recovery meetings. So I've been clean for over 20 years. My anniversary was October 1st. And I got clean in 1998. Don't give up. There are so many resources out there that are there to support us and help us, with our addiction, with our mental illness. NJ Connect is there. Like I said, 12-step recovery, is there. MHA New Jersey. There are so many supports out there. Like I said, I work as a peer specialist with the Mental Health Association, and I work with peers that are where I was 20 years ago. And I think with my presence there, it's to say, like, I've been there, and I know what this feels like, and I know recovery is possible, and I would like to give you hope that, you know, you can have a future. I mean, I went from being homeless, um, you know, a drug addict, alcoholic in the street, to now I own my own home and have a dog and a child. And, you know, I feel so blessed. And like I said, I know I got there through the resources in the community, NJ Connect, MHA, AA, NA, so many resources and so many people out there willing to help.